How was a day of an army man? How long did you serve in the army?
Some 7.5 years you can.
So what was the tenure from which year to which year you were there in the army?
I joined in February 1970. I came out of army in 77 October. 77 October.
So you were there during the 1971 war?
Of course.
Okay, can you please tell me a little bit about that time? What was your reason to leave army?
The reason to leave Indian Army is my parents.
A message for your children, and who is your favorite amongst all the three children?
My last posting is there in Jammu Kashmir, where it is called Naushera base.
Okay.
Kilometers away, Pakistan border.
Acha.
We stayed in bunkers. So I entered in the Pakistan.
आज का जो podcast, in fact today's podcast is going to be a very special podcast. It's a family special podcast because most of the times you know how a father and a son relationship is. Father is kind of always telling things, what are the things you're supposed to do and what are the things you're not supposed to do. You know, there have been so many things as children we don't have any idea of because life happens, things happen, you know, and growing up also he must have also had experiences which are very different and experiences from which he has learned and always wanted to transfer those experiences and values to us. And that is the reason why a father-son heart-to-heart never happens. But today, we are going to unveil that part of my father, which has been, I would say, buried somewhere. I want to unreel, or you can say unravel that part of him and, you know, understand truly who Mr. Daniel is. About Mr. Daniel, his name is B. Daniel or Birudola Daniel, and he comes from Andhra Pradesh, specifically from a place called Guntur. And from there to journey here, he has also served with the Indian Army. He has traveled to God knows how many countries while he was young, and he was married. And today we are going to discuss about his life stories, his adventures, and everything, which, you know, I am really looking forward to. So welcome to this special family episode, Dad.
Thank you so much, my son.
How are you doing?
Happy to meet you today this way. I never thought and I never had this type of program. It is very much new and I'm happy to be with you. To present myself, what my experience is all together.
Thank you. How are you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling really great, and you are asking about my life history, how my life began from the beginning till date.
Yes. I would like to listen from the start because normally in my podcast you must have seen also that my podcasts are always about the person, how he started his journey. So I would like to listen to that part.
Well, that is Ramapuram where I took birth from Guntur district. Basically, we are farmers. Little later, after maybe I'm 12 or 13 years, I was put in boarding school for the studies. From there itself, my life started. After joining my boarding school, the boarding discipline altogether, I studied there at 8th, and after that I joined in the high school, Saravai High School. I completed 12th, 11th standard. Those days, SSLC. After passing out, I joined Andhra Christian College, AC College, Guntur.
Okay.
I completed successfully 1 year. After that, because of my family problems, I am not able to continue my studies because of the economical problem. I am the last child to my parents, and all brothers sisters married and settled their life. Old parents, they did their best. They have given me very great services to me being a younger son. Last दम तक उन्होंने मुझे अच्छा पाला पढ़ा है. And finally, just after completion of my 1 year studies in Andhra Christian College, I am not able to continue further. Later, what to do, what not to do. One fine day, I have seen a notice board. Recruitment is going on for the Indian Army. I placed myself on the parade ground there. On that case, not less than 4,000 to 5,000 youngsters gathered there. In that occasion, morning I went, by evening in all the areas, every test done. And the end of the day, Daniel, you are selected. You are a ring leader, group leader for this group.
How many people were there in the group?
In the group, we are 20 people.
Out of 4,000, only 20 got recruited?
20 people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So out of 20 also, I am selected for Army Medical Corps, where my party is only 5 people. We need to rush to Lucknow. So in those days, though, whatever I studied, I used to use my language, English only. When I boarded a train, Grand Trunk Express from Vijayawada to Jhansi, from there I need to change my train to Jhansi to Lucknow. Everywhere I'm using English. अंग्रेजी के बच्चे आगे करके लोग बोल रहा था. I was not knowing Hindi at that time. However, I reached there to Lucknow. There also the same dialogue. I had a wonderful experience. 6 months basic training. I learned a lot. We don't know when we will go to bed. We don't know when you will get up. You have to get up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Get ready for the period. Busy schedule. Morning, the exercises. By before 7:30 or 8 o'clock, we will go for breakfast. Then again the period going on. So like that, I had that. First and foremost, I learned discipline from my mission boarding.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Your discipline is fine, but how did you know English in those days? What made you get interested in this language?
I took birth from a village. After putting in the boarding school, whatever little I know, I used to speak out, whether it is right or wrong. I don't know anything, but in spite of that, I used to for your information, board exam, I got the highest mark in English only. In a pre-university course, I took English literature as a subject.
Okay.
So that is how my life.
So in your graduation, you took English literature?
Graduation, my friend, the level after in the boarding, being a citizen, Indian citizen, and a faithful and truthful student, and moreover is being Christian community. I have if you are able to do good things and good works, you do it. No bad events, bad incidents, no participation. Do something good, speak something good. That is the principles I learned from the very beginning.
Very nice. So what was this boarding school all about? What did it teach you when you were growing as a child? And what was your age when you were in the boarding school?
Well, I am 13, I am 14 when I was put in the 5th standard.
Okay.
I am the tallest boy in the class.
Okay.
Well, I thought nobody expected, but however, my warden particularly, Naltur Vinayam, he is a real hero in my life. That is all matters. See, we are every Sunday we used to go. Every morning we used to get up 5:30, 6 o'clock for prayer. Prayer start the day. Discipline altogether. Even now, all in my life, I used to remember Naltu Rivinayamgar, who was my master and warden to my hostel. That is a big discipline I learned from him.
Very nice. So you used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30.
The same thing in Indian Army also. See, this is all together. Discipline is really matter. No matter wherever you are, how you are, if you are really disciplined, when to do, what to do, how to do, based on your discipline, following exactly. My learning is just, if possible, do some good works. No thinking about bad areas, no bad friendship, no devilish activities. That's what I learned.
Okay. So let's come to army. And you were boarding this train from, you went to Jhansi, right?
Jhansi.
So how was your experience in Jhansi? How was the first day in Jhansi? What exactly happened?
It is amazing. You see, at the most during my college studies तक जो मैंने travel किया, Satanapalli Guntur, not more than these 2 places I never entered. After I got a selection to Indian Army Medical Corps, they gave me the warrant and they gave me the advance also for 5 people. So without informing to parents, I took the warrant and warrant is there. Money they have given, advance travel allowance they have given. We all of us went to a good restaurant, had food nicely, and after that we started to reach Vijayawada. Vijayawada लोग वो उनसे पूछा था कि भाई यहाँ से मुझे लखनऊ जाना. They guided me. I don't know anything. They guided. Okay, take this Vijayawada to Jhansi. You take Grand Trunk Express. In those days only coal से चलता है, no electricity and all. So without reservation we boarded this.
Steam engine trains were there that time?
Yes.
Okay.
So it is tough without a reservation, but however we managed to enter a compartment. and we had a strange experience. Chai wala, khana wala, number of people are coming and going like that. Whatever we wish we had, and finally we landed in Jhansi. From Jhansi, we need to catch a train to Lucknow. That's what I told you. Hardly I know any single word of Hindi. But English ही बोलता अंग्रेजी के बच्चे आगे करके मेरे को उल्टा हुआ. That's what story. Then finally we reached to Lucknow, and my training center sent a vehicle. A vehicle में बैठा चला गया.
So if you can explain me a day, how was a day of an army man? If you can explain how he started the day, what are the things he used to do, and how the entire day used to go. Can you explain a day?
You will be given a timetable. This is the period you have to go. As per their schedule, you should be there before time, not after.
What was the time you used to be there at the parade ground?
Parade ground, you see, they will say you should be there by 6 o'clock.
By 6 o'clock, which means what time you have to get up?
Get up, you see, because in the army, you need to take everything and chef and all, just everything you have to finish before 6 o'clock.
Everything before 6 o'clock. Okay. And after 6 o'clock, what used to happen?
At 6 o'clock, we will go to attend the parade, different types of physical exercise, then the parades, and the regarding the weapon session, regarding the forces, how they are doing, and march past.
So how long this training period was?
This training period is for 6 months. During 6 months, you need to appear the final period, that is if you are mentally, physically, you are proving yourself, you are capable candidate soldier, whatever the companies organize, all types of tests, rifle tests, physical, crawling, all types of every test, if you are qualified, then only you will be given a successful training after 6 months.
Okay, so you cleared that training?
I cleared all.
Okay. What happened after 6 months then?
Well, after that, after completion of this, we have given a holidays break.
Okay.
Maybe that is a 15 days. It's a 15 days or 21 days. I don't know. They give for a coming and going warrant, and they have given in advance also money. So we took the train and went on leave to meet our.
Okay. So how many leaves does a soldier get in a year?
Well, soldier get in a year is 2 months.
2 months leave.
2 months leave, that is annual leave called, and 10 to 15 days is casual leave.
Oh, okay.
These two, and the third is sick leave. If the person is sick, if there is any medical problem is there, he will be given a special sick leave based on the commanding officer.
How long did you serve in the army?
Well, I served almost 7 years, some 7.5 years you can.
So what was the tenure from which year to which year you were there in the army?
I joined in February 1970. I came out of army in 77 October. 77 October.
So you were there during the 1971 war?
Of course.
Okay, can you please tell me a little bit about that time?
You, my son, after completion of my basic training, I was posted to MH Military Hospital, Lansdowne. So from Lucknow, I reached to New Delhi station. I was in the uniform. When I was in the uniform, everybody gives respect and honor to myself because the war is going on. The Pakistan-India war is going on.
Yes.
I really surprised why these people are giving that much. That later, this is because of this armed forces people. At the time of war tenure, Indian citizens realized and regret, yes, this is a wonderful service. The youngsters are doing great service to the country. That is their motive.
Right.
So finally, I reached to MH Lansdowne Military Hospital, Lansdowne.
Okay. So after training, you were posted in Lansdowne. But did you witness the war? Did you get an idea of what the war was for you?
During that period, I tell you, my friend, MH Lansdowne, after that, I got the posting. MH Lansdowne, MH Roorkee. These two areas I worked. Then finally, I reached the war base, the Jammu Kashmir.
Okay. You were there in Jammu Kashmir. Which year?
Jammu Kashmir. That is my final posting, 77.
Okay.
So now it is Pakistan area में मैं border area में पहुंच गया. War तो 1970 war है, one war है. तो उसका केस में prisoners of war, we captured a lot of thousands of prisoners of war from Pakistan. they were stayed in our campus. We used to give the administration totally medical services, other services we used to give. That is how it happened with Pakistani prisoners. And my last posting is there in Jammu Kashmir, where it is a Naushera called, that is called Naushera base.
Okay.
Naushera is like this and maybe a kilometers away, Pakistan border.
Acha, you were posted in Naushera base?
Naushera base, yes.
Oh.
We stayed in bunkers.
Oh.
I stayed in bunkers.
Okay.
Since I am in medical stream, I was given one elderly. He used to take care of us, or eating some chai, when we are day starts, all these troops are field में bunkers में और field area में posting में जिस चीज को medical attention का जरूरत है, कोई medical services का, we used to rush and do the needful to the needy people.
Okay, that is very, very interesting because the base is very, very close to Pakistan, and you have to.
I met in Pakistan. I entered in the Pakistan.
Okay, so any incident or any story which you can remember where you had an incident where you had to, pick up a soldier, get him to the base?
Not like that, but we received injured people, which is not within our capacity. On such occasions, we used to take the patient and rush to the nearest military hospital and hand over them to go further treatment. Okay. Nice, interesting. So again, you served the army for 7 years. Did you have any friends? Well, I have friends.
Can you tell some stories how your friendships were there? How is an army friendship? Because 7 years is a very long time, and a lot of people, since they look at each other, they know each other. What is a common sentiment and emotion amongst army soldiers?
Not only army. If you talk about all three forces, if I talk entire North India, particularly Punjab and Haryana and some part of Rajasthan, they are really, I cannot say bread and butter, but they like to do the great service to serve the army. If you talk about South-North, South hardly pays attention towards joining and do the better service. North, they prefer to do. No matter whether it is employment purpose, here in the North, great-grandfather, grandfather, grandfather, their sons. The chain is going on like that. But it seldom happens in South.
So you were one of the odd one out from the family who
yes,
joined the...
Definitely. And the second thing, in South, what they matters is, in South, no matter they don't have 2 times meal, but they will die for the studies. Nothing is available, they will sit in the street. Street light में बैठ के पढ़ लिख के आता है. If you take some examples like that, many stories are like that. Hard work all the time matters.
Got it.
No need to look demanding. That's what I'm telling you. Rich, well-backgrounded children, they don't put... Recently one statement appeared. Say, business and moneyed people don't put a pressure on the children to take cricket as a profession. Because they cannot put that hard work and discipline all together. That's why the rich people hardly respond to that.
So are you saying that the poor people are the ones who get into sports and army?
No, I am not saying poor people, because they know how to get the bread.
Okay. Because you're saying that since the situation and the circumstances are not favoring them, so they go against the odd and they try to survive and come out.
The circumstances will teach you what to do, what not.
Got it.
If you do, you enjoy it. If you don't do...
So you served 7 years in the army, and normally people, if once they get into the army, they never get out till the time they become brigadier and lieutenant. And
well, on that occasion,
what was your reason to leave army?
The reason to leave Indian Army is my parents, because I am the youngest child in my family. My parents wants, before they die, they want to see my marriage. Happily they can say goodbye. See, that is, because all my brothers, sisters, all are married. I am the last. When I was in 8th standard, they started, you get marry. Unko postpone karte, I entered in the AC college. To enter in the AC college, I took loan from young girls who were very voluntarily come forward and they are monetarily.
Okay, that's very interesting.
After joining, okay, ठीक है, army में चला गया, अभी तो शादी करो, शादी करके बीबी को वहाँ छोड़ के मैं फॉरेन में नहीं रहना, I don't like it. Condition. And meanwhile, जो अभी Naumani, all of a sudden, I know her when she was doing, we both gave board exam same year. Same year. She is from girls school, I am from boys. 11th standard हम बोर्ड एग्जाम दिया था, जिस साल में एक ही साल में हम दोनों दिया था. My boarding इधर है, उसका घर उधर है. I know it all these things because my sister is there. I used to go and meet my sister. My sister के घर से ही इनका घर था.
So it was a love marriage.
Entire family, not love you can say. Well, I tell you, I am looking. My brother is looking for good girls who are getting lot of dowry. My elder brother France. I rejected all, but I am looking. Meanwhile, when I was in army, at that time my fourth brother and my Bobby, they quoted this Naumani. Then I know her from the beginning as a student, and after finishing her studies, she went to somewhere for work. Later, she is coming to Delhi. This coming to Delhi clicked in my mind. Okay, it is a good chance. At that time, I was in Roorkee. It can work out. That's what I planned. So finally, but condition is that they see your mother and they see Naumani and her mother. Well, okay, I am ready to give my daughter to you, but you are not continuing in the Indian Army. That is another question.
So, do you regret the decision of leaving the Indian Army?
During my stay in Army, at the time, after my completion of 1 or 2 years service, because of my abilities, one company commander is where I went to attend this training program. That Lieutenant Colonel gave me an appreciation letter.
Okay, what were you appreciated for?
So you just you try for the commission. Commission.
Okay.
At that time, I hardly had the 2 years experience. If I could have 5 years of experience, I am eligible to appear for the commission rank. Once I qualify, I will become a lieutenant to captain to colonel.
Okay.
That is the area. But my company officer said, Daniel, your letter is okay, appreciation good. Hardly you have 2 years. You complete 5 years, then try for this commission. Meanwhile, this marriage.
So
the mother and my mother-in-law said, no, you are not going to. So because of this reason, I was forced to leave the Indian Army.
So if had it been, you would have been commissioned officer or
definitely.
Other rank. Okay. So because of, okay, I do understand. So again, so you, after that, what happened?
Well,
you left the Indian Army.
Indian Army, then it is a tough to, so during my Roorkee post, I stayed here in Roorkee almost 4 years. 4 years के बाद last posting है ना. After my marriage, I was in Roorkee to Delhi. It is 3.5 hours journey. So what I used to do, 5 days I will be in the official duty. The 2 days I am with my family in Delhi. Thus I spent some time. And meanwhile, last posting Jammu Kashmir. During this period, my daughter was born.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So to look after my daughter, I had a big fight with my father and mother. नहीं, आप अपना बच्चों को बहनों को सबको देख लिया, अब मेरे बच्चे को देखने कोई नहीं है. I never thought, अरे this far and old age, I never thought, why am I being a mother? तो मेरा बच्चा कौन देखेगा? That is my fighting. Finally,
so all your parents and everyone were old and they were not able to take care of your daughter?
No, my daughter, that is old age, and from Andhra to Delhi, it is too far place. Too
difficult, yes.
It is a very difficulty. Finally, my mother agreed. I thought, okay, I will take both of you. But my father is rest of my elder brother, no, you go with your mom and dad will be with me. It is amazing. However, my mother, I think my parents survived to see my product, my children. That's God. God is great. That's what I believe.
From an army man to a civilian, let's talk about your civilian life.
Okay, that's fine.
As an army man and suddenly coming into a normal civilian life, how much did you miss army during that time?
Definitely. One thing I tell you, young man, what I felt is, at that time, though I kept my promise to you, my wife and the mother-in-law, I left Indian Army. I was undergraduate at that time. I was thinking being a villager, SLC PUC is a very highly qualification. I never knew without degree, without a technical, it's not possible to get. But I am thinking qualified I will get. That's my feeling. I left army, I struggled a couple of months without a job. Wherever I knock the door, you have this, that. I am terribly upset. Then finally, what I have to do? Being a man, being a husband, being a father, I need to do one or the other to serve family. So finally, I met with one retired major, but he was doing overseas employment. He is exporting the people to the Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
I got the chance. Morning, I went to Saudi Arabia. It is good. See, here also, I tell you, this is a very strange story. More than 2,000 Indian workers are there. I am the only man to work Indian office. In Saudi Arabia में ऑफिस में वही एक ही काम करने वाला हूँ. मेरा आने जाने के लिए कार ड्राइवर ऑफिस का. Although my designation is different, but they took me to work in the office. That is a Hyundai construction company.
Okay, very nice. So you worked with Hyundai. That was which year?
That is in 1978 after your brother's birth.
Okay, so you were in Hyundai. Okay, Hyundai is still one of the most amazing companies.
Very disciplined people. See, here it is a funny question happened. You know what happened? These labor forces, when I am coming after finishing the job, when I am coming...
So what was the work which you guys were doing?
I am in administration work.
Okay, you were in the administration and you're managing all the workers.
All the works. So whatever the administrative work is, written work or whatever it is there. I used to cooperate with the construction managers. So the other field workers, they are getting indifferent feelings. Harassment ज़्यादा है. अभी काम खत्म होने के बाद आता है डैनियल साहब, आप तो ऑफिस में बैठता है, हमको ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, हम मर रहा है, प्लीज डू सम जस्टिस. इसका पीछे हम थोड़ा स्ट्राइक का काम चला लिया. मेरे साथ मेरा जैसे आर्मी का एक दो बंदा है, वो भी मेरे साथ जाए. इट इज वेरी कलेक्टिवली कलेक्टेड, बट यू डू जस्टिस फॉर दिस पीपल. ये लोग कोई राजस्थान से आ रहा है, कोई इधर से आ रहा है, वो गरीब लोग हैं. डू सम जस्टिस.
What kind of justice were you fighting for?
Justice means, see, जो इल ट्रीटमेंट उनको दे रहे वो नहीं देना. क्या
ट्रीटमेंट हो रहा था उनके साथ?
इल ट्रीटमेंट देखो, जहाँ मतलब 10 घंटा का काम करना, वहाँ 12 घंटा का ले लेगा, पैसा कम दे देगा. दैट इज नॉट गुड. सो अब इनको बराबर देना चाहिए. जस्ट वी आर आस्किंग फॉर मोरल राइट्स. इनका दिमाग में आ गया. देखो, मैं कभी सोचा नहीं है अभी ना. सी, आई शुड थिंक, यार सारा फील्ड में काम कर रहा है. I am working in the office. Why I break my head? Let me enjoy my life. I never thought. Oh, my brothers are working on and suffering this way. I should not take my benefits. I should do something. Because of that reason, without any notice, without anything, जितना लोग जिस तरह हमने क्वेश्चन ले लिया, इनको प्रोटेक्ट. They all neatly saved. All this, my group, my people, without any information, take your bags, sit in the cab and go to the airport. They send back to. It is,
सच के साथ लड़ने के लिए और जस्टिस के लिए you were asked to leave the company.
I was asked. So, and after that, then the man who sponsored me, Daniel, when you are getting everything, you are the boss there in Hyundai construction, you are the only man to work in the office, like a great position. Others are doing, why you are keeping? Sir, I am not able to do, that is not, मैं ये सीखा नहीं है. I thought I want justice, that's what I anyway, कोई बात नहीं, whatever it is, feel free, ऐसे करके बोलो. So that was very this thing. But the poorest of the poor people, तो उनको हम न्याय दिला दिया. They are safe, they continue their service.
उनको मिला justice फिर?
Of course.
Okay. तो मतलब उनका यही प्लान हुआ होगा कि ठीक है, got it. I समझ आ गया मेरे को. उसके बाद फिर क्या हुआ? You came back to India?
Well, I came back to India since I am thank God to my team. My wife is an earning member. I didn't feel, but my culture is without a man or the army, husband or the father, he needs to take more responsibility than your wife. That is my feeling. So, with much difficulty, hardly a couple of days left. Again, Again, I tried. I started in working in ex-serviceman airline transportation company. It started people who has come from the army. They made this group. They started. I sat in the Palam airport. I used to catch air passengers. I provided the transportation to hotels, to different places. In that company, वहाँ पे मतलब मैंने try किया and I got it. First instance. In those days, I used to do the shift duty, morning, evening. Like that, one fine day, retired colonel, I clicked. He is coming from Bombay. He came to my counter. He asked my detail, Daniel. Yes, sir, Daniel. Where are you staying? I said, I am in Ayurveda. Well, okay. I am in Niti Bagh. I am staying only close to your place. You come and meet me. He came from there, from Bombay, and so I felt over happy. And after coming home, I gave him information to your mom. Then he said, okay. I went there, Daniel. Which field you worked in the Indian Army? I worked in the Indian Army medical field. Acha, if we conducted a test, are you ready to give you? Yes, of course. Although I have not, neither I have a great degree, nor medically I have some diploma. Not like that. But finally, I came and I went to Kalalanda. He took into me. Okay, however, after seeing all these facts, I am sending you to hospital. The doctor or professor doctor is there. He will conduct an interview for you. If you are qualifying in the interview, I will take you to send the Iraq.
Oh.
Iraq.
Okay,
that's fine. And so I was referred to Dr. I don't know, Bhalla, some Bengali, Punjabi. So I went there. He took how to give the injections, how to take the blood, how to some explanation regarding the medical. Though I tell you, although I have not diploma in Liya, when I was Indian Army, I used to do blood transformation. IV fluids there. I see someone had a cut injury. I used to apply the stitches. This is all types I have done. I am more confident. Even I told your mother also. So the doctor finally he gave his green signal to Kalalanda. Kalalanda ka paas aa gaya to fir okay Daniel. He used to charge from everybody. He did not charge anything from me. Within a week, I just landed in Iraq.
Okay, from Saudi Arabia to India.
My friend, the wonderful news is that that time you are in your mother's womb. 3 months, maybe, yes, it is 3 months. This news I know, after knowing this selection news, I need to take decision. My pregnant wife to live like that, I go this way, it is right or wrong. I was in big dilemma, what to do, what not to do. And before that, I have your brother and sister, though teachers, and the third one, you are in mother's room. The conditions are like this, whether to go to Iraq or stop this. What is the... I simply asked my wife, if you say yes, I am ready to go. If you say no, I will stop it. I kept everything on. But she challengingly, she gave me green signal. You go ahead, nothing to worry. God is there. That is how she approached. Finally, I went there, my friend. In the same medical field, with me, there are 3 more medical people. All 3 of them diploma holders. Very vast experience. 3 and I am the 4th. We 4 are reporting one doctor. He is also Punjabi doctor. That doctor likes me more than these 3.
Why? What is the reason?
I think because एक केरला लड़का है वो मेरे को टच करने के लिए सोचता है लेकिन क्योंकि वो मोर एक्सपीरियंस है और मोर क्वालिफाइड भी है अच्छा हियर ड्यूरिंग दिस आउट ऑफ 2000 जो वर्कर्स काम कर रहे हैं हम मैदान में हम क्लिनिक खोला है कोई भी पर्सन आता है पेशेंट डॉक्टर है कि नहीं है वी 4 ऑफ अस 1 या 2 रहता है हम ही लोग इनको देखभाल करना चाहे पट्टी करना है टैबलेट देना है ड्रेसिंग करना व्हाट एवर इट इज मोस्ट ऑफ द पेशेंट्स विल कम टू मी डॉक्टर डैनियल साहब टाइटली इज लाइक दैट दैट इज हाउ आई स्पेंट full 18 long months.
Full 18 long
During
months.
this period, I had February 11th, 1983, this news that Solomon was born. That where I have a big party for my, you have seen the photographs, also, it is there still. Well, memorable journey altogether I have.
In Iraq.
Yeah.
So what made you come back to Iraq, from Iraq?
Well, okay, I tell you, this is also my friend. Iran-Iraq war is going on at that time when I landed in 1982 later. So many people, they went in the morning and by evening they are coming back to India.
Okay.
Because of this war situation, bombarding both children. So that was very amazing. अरे यार एक दिन में 2 दिन में जा रहा मेरा क्या होगा? I am also afraid inside, but God is there that I have. So during this period, many people came back, many people died. But in my case, I stayed full 18 long months.
Despite of the fact the war was going on. Okay. So which year you came back from Iraq?
Well, I came back, I think 1983. By that time you are, I think 4 months old. I am calling. That was a very strange experience. Yeah.
Okay, so after that what happened? After coming to India?
After that, then further I tell you, Directorate Resettlement Center है जहाँ आर्मी का, एयरफोर्स का, नेवी का रिटायर्ड आता है या डिस्चार्ज होता है. These retired people will go to Army Directorate General Settlement where vacancies आता है.
अच्छा.
In order to fulfill the vacancy.
Okay.
वहाँ dealing person है Deepak. I don't know Deepak. I know him very well. He is a friendly behavior. One fine day, I went there and the Hindustan Petroleum Corporation's interviews are going. Fill the application, qualification इतना चाहिए, position इतना चाहिए. So Deepak is alone, he is sitting a long queue. Deepak, I will help you. Then I took one seat. He is writing one list and I am writing one. जितना मैं लिखा मेरे से experienced, well qualified. चिन्न पोजिशन को वाले पोते I am nothing in front of them. On last bottom में मेरा नाम लिख दिया B. Daniel.
अच्छा.
So finally I was called for interview.
For Hindustan Petroleum.
Hindustan Petroleum.
Okay.
So in interview the same thing. Raghavan is there. One Raghavan. He settled in Rajouri Garden. So he is also South Indian. I went there, we all went there, सबका interview हो गया. When my time comes, the interview officers, all 3 or 4 of them have come from Bombay. They have come from Bombay to the Bombay is our headquarters. Right?
Okay, हाँ.
So ये राघवन को मैंने से अरे Daniel, see this is the lowest question. I don't think you are able to adjust. It is not possible this way, that way. I said, sir, I am doing for me and my family. I can manage. No issue. During interview, again the same English problem. When I spoke each one of them in English, Arey Daniel, you know what position you are? I know it's no problem. Can you do it? No, I will do it. Finally, interview board members and this Raghavan, they took a decision, say the Daniel case he is looking different, but they selected me to work in Palam ASM, Palam Air Force. That Palam Airport में, although this work related to refueling to the aircraft, field में. When I reached there, Mr. Sagar is there as a manager. वो भी ऊपर नीचे देखा, तो वो बोला Daniel, you remain with me. I will tell you to do the work. So though my position is to work in the field, 1-2 दिन गया कुछ दिन के लिए, बाकी I worked in the office. At that time,
you are overqualified for the job.
Immediately then I took a decision, Daniel, this is the time. If without your degree you are not surviving anymore, you better start immediately. Then I joined the Bhopal University as a private campus.
So you continued your first year back in Bhopal University, that first year college which was missed out, you continued that. Okay.
So Bhopal University, they used to send me the study material. I used to read myself. Day long time नौकरी करके फिर आता है, फिर कभी हो जाता है. Finally I give the final exams. Before my result comes, there is a Sakrabasti, these positions happen to work in the Before that, many people are 10 साल 15 साल कर दिया ज्ञानीगढ़ अभी 2-3 साल में तो लेके चला गया. That is how it happened. It is an amazing story, I tell you. After running in the Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, Sakurbasti, the Punjabi group is there.
अच्छा.
ज्ञानीगढ़ वहाँ जाके भी अंग्रेज वो ये तो अंग्रेजी का बच्चा आ गया. ये सारा नता सब पीछे शर्मा. This is all one group that way. I am alone, so alone.
So it was north versus south.
North versus same. So that is amazing. Life is a really, I tell you, your positive confidence, courage, thinking, your hard work really matters wherever you go. See positive, everywhere you are saying positive nature, positive thinking matters. By sitting under the tree and dreaming daydreams, never.
Finally, you got posted in Shakurbasti. Okay, so this was in the year of 86. So 86 you joined Shakurbasti. Okay, got it. So you have been working and the distances airport. How far was your house from the airport?
Well, it will be not less than around 20-22 kilometers.
20-22 kilometers. Okay. So that time it must be difficult. How did you travel that time?
See, from when I was posted in airport at that time, I have not have a motorcycle. After reaching to my posting in Sakurbasti, I purchased a motorcycle.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. What is the name of your first motorcycle?
Motorcycle is Rajdut.
Okay.
That Rajdut is very amazing at that time. All my 3 children are seeing. My daughter back subsequent. First, you are sitting in the front. Second, me, and then third is your mother. The fourth is your brother, and fifth is your sister. इसी bike में हम जाते थे.
Okay. So
to church.
Again, as a civilian, or you can say as a family, because from an army man to a family man, things so many changed. So what are the routines which you tweaked, or you can say changed, in order to get a nice discipline in the family? What are the things which you used to do and getting a family, because now you are raising a family? So what was your experience? You and your wife. Yeah.
What of course, equally. My wife well supported from the very beginning until she retired. See, because home तीनों बच्चों को देखना, नौकरी देखना, काम देखना. क्योंकि in my case, I don't know when I am going to office, I don't know when I am coming from office. Sometime maybe night 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock ऐसे भी होता. Morning I used to go to office at 6 o'clock. But all the area parameters, my wife took a lot of love and care. After completion of her official works, domestic work, managing 3 children, that is really good job done by your mother.
The question is that, so now your wife was working in which place? She was also a working woman, right? AIMS. So any stories from AIMS and any stories from Hindustan Petroleum? How was your friendships that time? Did you have any friends? Did you have any different experiences? Do you have any story to share?
Well, AIMS story is big, because this is the Asia's the biggest hospital. It is a very great credit to work from the Premium Institute that my wife is placed there back in 1974. Our entire family spent a wonderful location all together in Ayurvika Nagar, which is close to Khelgaon, well placed in South Delhi. We are having a very fantastic location altogether. All my 3 children got educated there from Fatherhood School and Holy Child Auxilium.
Okay, Fatherhood School and Holy Child Auxilium School. Okay. Anything which you feel as a person which you should have done, which you always wanted to do, have not done? Anything, or you have done everything? You have covered all the areas. Anything which you felt, because
every human being have dreams.
Okay.
Definitely, that dream should be within their capacity.
Okay.
Their efforts, their energies, the amount of capability having, where he is, how he is. Beyond limits, if a human being thinks, that is also not good.
Okay.
To my knowledge, from where I started, And where I reach it today, I am much more sufficient and satisfied of
Very good. And one thing, I think one of the pictures which I saw where you did theatre also. You acted also.
Well, okay.
Do you think that your personality was suitable for the South Indian film industry?
No, on that occasion, not that way. It is okay. But one thing I tell you, when I was...
Because you had a very good personality. You had very nice presence.
One should think that way. Whatever it is there, one should think that way. Otherwise, they cannot survive. Chahe wo kaise bhi ho. Abhi, you have shown this Sankranti, what your movements and the loving story it is all together. I am requesting you just to get me that picture once again. We are really enjoying that. Okay, then when I was in Indian Army Medical Corps, anniversary comes, I don't know which month it is. On that occasion, we have rock and roll dancing. Some other parts also. I have done 2-3 portions.
Okay. You danced also. In sports, which were your favorite sports?
Well, I used to play, particularly when I spent 18 long months, I am very regular badminton.
Badminton. Okay. Very interesting.
In the beginning, when I was school, I was playing football. Football is very rough and present scenario दुनिया में देखो football and basketball particularly from there. अच्छा विराट में मैं basketball भी खेलता था. Not only badminton, basketball. But when I was a student, I was in 9th standard, Survey High School. I used to play football. वहाँ मेरे को जबरदस्त जरूरत से ज़्यादा मेरे को चोट लग गया. तब से it is a tough. I did not play football. If you rightly think, as of now around the globe, football is on the top. Some people are there. अभी क्या Messi, you know the Messi, the Italian. इन्होंने कितना लोग हैं अभी now. That's what I told you.
Messi and Ronaldo.
Now the some available people, they are telling business people, moneyed people, don't accept this cricket as a profession. In the country, what estimated why they are thinking, the people, hunger people, जो करना है, मरना है, तो वो लोग चाहे कैसे भी situation में आता है, moneyed people, well-to-do families, अरे ये नहीं तो वो नहीं है. So that is kind of thinking that it depends upon the children and the parents.
Some personal questions. Growing up, who was your favorite heroine?
Heroine? Well, I can say my role model is Savitri.
Savitri. You watched her movies?
Reason being this, I think she joined in the film at the age of 15 or 16, and she took birth close to my village also. I don't know what is her secret in that. Mahanati dekha, you have seen how they created the personality, looking. And that, see, all the producers and directors, they used to visit universities, colleges to select the creamy girls. मतलब जहाँ उनको पता है how to play the game, how they are, how look at the SS Rajamouli, see, they will pick up the candidates. So we like this olden people, you know, A.N.R., NTR, Savitri, Jamuna, melodious. Even if I put old melodious songs, I used to see their songs.
And from the latest films, who is your favorite heroine?
Without anybody's background, जो आता है उनको मैं ज़्यादा पसंद करता हूँ. There is no any such, but NTR का, junior NTR का मैं like इसलिए करता हूँ. Until he reached there at the age of 10 or 11, till that time, his grandfather, senior NTR, his chacha Balaya, his aunties, nobody accepted because NTR's mother is second wife to Hari Krishna. So after at that time we are young age, ये लड़का बहुत मतलब equal moral rights इसका माँ को दिया नहीं है. Junior NTR struggled a lot until 11th year तक. 11th year में he and his mother went to meet his grandfather, senior NTR. Then उसने नाम जो क्या नाम है, नाम बता दिया ये इसका. After meeting his grandfather, he accepted, you are my grandson, your mom is my daughter-in-law. After that, this junior NTR forget the past. He opened the chapter for his style, and he is a very successful. Equal rights, moral rights, iska mummy ko is beta ko nahi diya. That is a big tough task, but today in that family he is cracking.
Good. Okay, so now you have completed recently. You are going to complete your 50 years of your marriage.
Exactly.
Okay. How are you feeling? What are your feelings?
Well, before that, as I told you, a week before, how I see my character is that I never young guy, my Buddha, I never thought.
How do you think? How old do you think right now in your spirit?
Spirit, मैं वो कर सकता मैं या नहीं कि my point is this. अरे मेरा एज का नहीं, मेरा उम्र का ये देख के थोड़ा ये नहीं कर सकता ये कर सकता है करके ऐसे नहीं. अरे वो करता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं करूँ? That is my ambition. I should not think that way. अभी a week back I found out. I don't know how, but it is not. My record says I am running at 75 this July. Otherwise I am definitely 78 or maybe 79. So I cannot act that way. My parents' blessings are there all the time.
That is there. Now tell me some nice things about your wife and some things which you don't like about your wife. Please tell me.
Well, see, my wife is a key role for my success here.
Okay.
And see, after her retirement, her question, and for your example, yesterday I told Mama, I am going to get some idli and those. Arey chodo yaar, abhi aate. Except your mother, nobody is there to prepare idli and those.
Okay. So what is the change? What is the change after retirement and before retirement? Before retirement, how were you, and after retirement, how is life?
After my retirement also, I got a very good chance. My son, after my retirement, one Batra is a big business shots. He's having different stories, offices and all. He requested me, Daniel, however, you are young looking, energetic. Okay, I will give you an offer, just you can come and work with me further after retirement. अभी शायद ये बात आप लोगों को but I put a demand, if you give me a car and a driver, I am ready to go. That is the case. And mommy, what she said, you have already begun your service on the age of 18, you did more than 42 years, much sufficient is sufficient. So I took it. After retirement, my wife would say what her point dialogue is entire my life. After having 3 children, we completed a degree. Not me, your mother also. Not only degree, she did her PG also. After, besides studies, 3 children maintain, every household work. So what her point is, entire my life I sacrificed to you and your family children. Now I am retired, let me live peacefully. That is her main question.
Good. So a message for your children, and who is your favorite amongst all the 3 children?
Very tough question. All three are big eyes to me. I cannot divide and rule because it is not me. Every parent, no matter say we are 8 children to our parents. My parents, everybody look at. But one thing here, the result obtaining based upon your hard work, good thinking. Prosperous. Life में prosperous होने के लिए you need to prove yourself.
Everybody has to work hard and come out with flying colors.
Yes.
And the audience are majorly married people, parents, students. Any message for them?
Moral rights, no matter say here it is. If you go on difficulty, everybody has come from the Almighty God. We need to live like a wonderful world. We need to spend our time happily, enjoyably, understand one another, share one another, and to have a good relationship altogether.
Good relationship. Because I think you had a very good relationship with Army, and because of that relationship with the Army, you always got good opportunities and you were able to prove yourself.
Because of my entry into the Indian Army
also.
That is a
Yes. Good. So with that, thank you so much for your valuable time. It was amazing having a heart-to-heart with you.
Thank you so much. God bless you, my guy.
Thank you.